training compound here in Schaumburg, Illinois. This is part 2 of 3 parts of Aikido Past, Present, and Future. If you watched the last video that I uploaded onto the channel, it was about traditional Shihonage. This video is going to be on the Tenshin application of Shihonage. Just kind of backtrack a little bit. If you didn't watch the first video and you're just coming onto this series with this, I opened up the comment section in the last video and basically invited everybody to put a comment down below and make a suggestion of a technique that they want to see that's Aikido Past, Present, and Future. If you so choose to do that, make a request, make sure you leave your name, your real name, your first name in the comments below, because if I happen to choose the next video of your suggestion or your request, then I want to give you props for that and say, hey, so-and-so from wherever, you know, requested this technique, so this is for you, so then you know that it's for you. So with that being said, we're going to move on to the Tenshin application of Shihonage. There's some good differences between this and the traditional side, where in the traditional side the projection of the throws are more away from the actual nage. The Tenshin side is straight down to the ground. You're dropping them straight down. Now there's one thing that I've read in some of the last comments from the first episode, I guess if you will, on Aikido Past, Present, and Future. A couple of people were saying, well, yeah, you know, we project straight down to the ground doing traditional Aikido. Okay, let's cut through this shit right now, okay? I know that you guys didn't do that. I know that you guys don't do that. And if you guys are doing it, you're definitely not doing it the way how I'm doing it, okay? The Tenshin application is you're burying that person through the tatami. You're throwing them down. I mean, you're trying to hit this guy, you know, dig a hole with him right to China. That's what you're trying to do with this. You're not trying to project out. You're not trying to, you know, get away from confrontation. You're trying to end the threat immediately with these particular techniques, especially, you know, the Tenshin side application of this. So that's a whole other topic. I'm not going to get into that any further. So Chris Looper here is again to demonstrate the Tenshin application of Aikido Past, Present, Future technique, Shihonage. Okay, so the first one we did with the traditional side was the Yoka Minuchi. So we're going to do that again, but with this one you're going to incorporate the Uka Nagashi hand deflection. So as that comes in, the Uka Nagashi hand deflection happens. As that happens, you tenkan, but you bring your other hand up and you cut this down on the striking hand. You apply Nikyo, okay? Once you get the Nikyo application, you get him to release with the Yubidori, move the hand in front of his body, going across his body, okay? A lot of people get the Yubidori wrong, where it's, you know, they're trying to roll the fingers into his body. You're creating this small circle with the fingers and you're trying to lift him up. At that point, you move this. Okay, this is very similar to the traditional side of this. Okay, if you see that, the traditional side was this application to where you grab your wrist, you're grabbing the hand, palm down, you go underneath to here to where you throw. From the Yubidori application to this, from Yoka Minuchi into Nikyo, the Yubidori is similar. You're moving this across the body. The reason why you're doing that is because that's a threat. This is no longer a threat, that's the threat. He can fly across and punch you right in the face. So if you're applying the finger lock properly, and also with Yubidori, you want to crush the fingers together. You just don't want to hold them this way. So crush them so the knuckles are being squeezed together, which creates pain, which is almost like a pain compliance technique. Then the circle happens as you roll the fingers back. You're trying to touch the fingers to the back of the wrist. That's the idea. From there, you grab the top of the hand with the Shihonage. As you come through and you go under, now the Shihonage drops straight down. Chris, adjust your kemi so you're, no, not break fall. Straight down. So this leg comes, don't turn. This way. Straight down, you throw, then you step on the gi. Okay? Then you back off at that point. Okay, let's try this again. So the Yoka Minuchi comes in, Uka Nagashi, this hand, basically, it can come from underneath or on top. As this comes on top, right into Nikyo, grab the Yubidori. This is a transition that you want to get quickly, because if you do this and you release, he can follow up with a punch to the face. So the Nikyo, drop him down, Yubidori straight up, quickly, together, straight down, step on the gi. Okay? From the throwing aspect of this, okay? Right? So Ukanagashi, Nikyo, Yubidori. The throw happens right there. You want him landing right at your feet. And then you can back off at that point. So one more time. So Ukanagashi, Nikyo, Yubidori, and the Shihonage. Okay. One more please. So Ukanagashi happens. Chop right through. Boom. You want this to be able to be nice and easy. Right into the Nikyo application. A lot of people grab. This is actually wrong, because then you have this force on force. He instantly starts resisting. You want the wrist to roll over, so you want your hand cupped. Roll over and apply. So if you've seen this from this camera angle, you want this kind of like in a pecking fashion where this applies. This is held firm, this applies. And you move almost into his hara, or his obi, into that. In, release, Yubidori. Squeeze this. Grab the hand as you go underneath from here. Then your throw is straight down to the ground. Now, it's a circle motion right about there. Okay, so you're going to want to drop this down into that position. Then you have them right at your feet. Then you can back off. Okay? Next technique from Katate Dori. From here, this is different than traditional. This is going to roll up. Your hand rolls up, grabs the Shihonage at that point. Same thing, just drop him straight down. Always step on the gi so he can't get back up. Then you can back off at that point. So, right away, grab, throw straight down. Okay, the other thing too with this is, traditional, you extend the hand out, they get a firm grip on this. Okay? If you ever wonder why you see a lot of tension people bend their wrist, is because they can't get a full seat on the actual grab. So as that happens, there's a gap here. Okay? So you can see this on this angle. There's a gap here, so there's not actually a full-on grab. If it's a full-on grab, if he's strong, he can crush this into your center, and you're going to have a hard time doing this. If it's this way, which you see all the tension guys do this. Watch Segal Sensei, watch Matsuoka, Renosa Sensei, Craig Dunn, Jaime Calderon, watch Jaime. Jaime does the same thing. There's other tension guys out there that do this. I don't think they do it as good as they should do it, but you always want to have your wrist, you want this bent, so you don't have this full application of attack. Okay, so as that happens, this also allows you to transition up and over into the Shihonage variant, to where you can throw straight down to the ground. The thing too is, don't wait for them. Don't wait for them to actually get that full grab. So right away, come straight up and throw. Then you have them down on the ground right away. You could also turn this into an actual throwing application. From there, you have to move the arm. And to be able to do that, from here, this comes up. So you obviously step out, capture. As you capture this, this is going to move this way. So this circle motion and down. Spiral, just like, you know, traditional Aikido. So you're going to want to spiral this down. And then sweep his body. It's almost like a leg sweep with his arm. So when you do this, you're actually putting this in front of him instead of here. Because he can do a bailout, break fall if he doesn't want to fall, take the ukemi. You can take a really shitty fall at that point. You want to get this to the point where he has no choice but to take that. If you do it with two hands, obviously, you can do it that way too. So you can transition from 1 to 2 where you originally get the grab, the actual application of Shihonage with one hand, and then apply it with the second hand at the same time for more power. Okay, so one more of those. So right through at that point, then from there, you have two hands and throw. Okay, last one. Go up and over at that point, and then throw. The last one I'm going to show you is instead of a Kosadori Nikyo, which is this Kosadori Nikyo, which you can move into Yubidori, then the Shihonage, throw or backfall at that point. So you can do this from Kosadori, Nikyo, Yubidori, and then throw and drop. The Nikyo has to be quick. It has to be explosive. Nikyo's a powerful technique, okay? You're gonna snap somebody's wrist really fast with this. So you wanna cause them injury. If they grab your wrist, keep your sunshine and cuddles to something else. This is something that you wanna stop him from doing. Because obviously from a grabbing aspect of this, if he was gonna strike me, he's gonna pull me to where he's able to punch me in the face. So you're gonna wanna be able to apply this quickly at that point. Move into the Shihonage fast. If you're just here and you're trying to, fuck, I can't get, fuck, sensei, this doesn't work. You know, you have to move quick, man. Boom, Nikyo right away. Then into this, then into the throw. Okay, so from Nikyo to Yubidori to Shihonage. This actually wasn't gonna be a part of the video, but since it's kind of fell into it, it was good. The other one that I really wanted to show was Katatedori Shihonage. Same application of Nikyo from here, okay? Then after you apply Nikyo, you're gonna have this Yubidori, okay? You're gonna roll the hand up into Sankyo. So as you do this, here, you just take your hand, this part of your hand, go right to the wrist, roll it over, get him into the Sankyo. You gotta watch out that somebody doesn't elbow you in the face. So that's why the Yubidori has to be extremely effective at that point. Then you apply the Sankyo, grab over the elbow. A lot of times people do this, not effective. This area right here, once you have this Yubidori Sankyo still being applied, this collapses in this circular fashion in here. You can grab the wrist. Then from there you can just drop it straight down, step on his gi, cover his center. Okay? So from Katatedori, Nikyo, Yubidori, turn into this, Sankyo, grab the elbow, push this straight through, straight down, step on the gi. The throwing aspect of this technique, same everything. Nikyo, Yubidori, move into the Sankyo. I tend to bring them back, and then bring them back and swoop them around, and then the throw happens. You're basically pushing the arm from the Sankyo. Once you get to the point up here and you start throwing, this now goes over his shoulder, crossing his body diagonally, which forces him to turn into the throw. And remember, this is being applied the whole time. If you loosen up on this, the technique isn't going to be that effective. So when you have this Sankyo movement and you go to throw, this has to be violent. There's nothing nice about this. Right through, you release at the last second. Okay, so one more. Nikyo, Yubidori, Sankyo, and then you can throw. The last one I want to show you is off of a Katadori technique. So as he comes in with Katadori, this grab, shove, whatever you want. You could almost do this way too, to where you capture the fingers that way, roll it up into Sankyo, and then get this variation, where you just drop them and throw, drop them down, or kata, or you capture right away, roll up and over, tenkan, get away from his threat, his other hand, apply the sankyo, and then the application of throw. That's one version. The other version is as he's coming in, you're moving tenkan-wise, yugidori, sankyo, and throw. One more. Yugidori, sankyo, into Shihonage. So, arigatou gozaimashita. That is the Tenshin application of Shihonage. Did a couple more variants than we did with the traditional side, but that's pretty much it in a nutshell. So that is part 2 of 3. The next video will be on the combative concepts version. There you'll see different hand deflections, striking options, all different kinds of other stuff. So like I said in the beginning, place your comment on a particular technique that you want to see. Put your name in the comment as well so I know that it's you. So if I choose your video, I can give you props for that video. Like, share the videos. If you're interested in supporting the Road Warrior channel, subscribe to our channel. Please subscribe. Share this. Share this with everybody. My goal is not just to spread this stuff to 64,000 subscribers. My goal is to spread this throughout the world to everybody. That's what my goal is. Traditional Aikido has been a passion of mine for my whole entire life. I love Aikido as much as I bash it. I love Aikido. What I just don't like about Aikido is the fact that you don't see practical application of these techniques like you do in Tenshin Aikido. That's why, even from day one, I searched high and low to actually get this type of training, and it took me a while to get it, but I got it. And my Aikido is a lot more effective than most traditional people. No disrespect there, but it's just the way how it is. So I'm Lenny Sly. This is the Road Warrior channel. We're here at the Road Warrior Training Compound in Schaumburg, Illinois. We'll see you next time on the 3rd video. Thanks for watching.